Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm back today with another video here to talk about my last 2.5, 3 months-ish on Lithium. This is also right here. This is a mic, if you obviously. But reminds me that y'all should definitely check out my new music video for merch with Jill. He's super amazing. He produced the song. It's my first song ever that I was able to write to, so it's pretty special to me. Y'all should definitely check that out. It's on my page, and definitely continue to stream merch by Julius on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere. So definitely do that. But today I wanted to talk to y'all about how my experience on Lithium has been. So I've been on Lithium since April, I think. April. Definitely April, by the middle of April, I think. So I think I have a good perspective now in talking about what it's done for me, and I think I think it's really worked. Number one, it's the only bipolar medication that I've taken so far that has actually stabilized my mood. I've been on Abilify, and I've also been on Tegretol. Tegretol was this time last year, and I was breaking out in hives. It sucked so much, and then Abilify. Nothing really wrong with it. It was super expensive, I know that, and it made me use the bathroom every 15-20 minutes, and I wasn't even drinking anything, so it was kind of annoying. Lithium, I haven't really had any bad side effects with it at all. I'd say that there is sun sensitivity, but I did get sunburned for the second time in my entire life because I don't get sunburned like that. So that sucked, but I just, use sunscreen now. I had to text all my friends, what sunscreen do I buy? Or I know everybody, disclaimer, everybody, even if you have a lot of pigment, should wear sunscreen because you can still get harmed. It doesn't matter if you get sunburned. You should always wear sunscreen if you're going to be in prolonged exposure to the sun. But for me personally, I wasn't a big thing. But yeah, so that's the only problem I've really had. When I first started taking it, the first few weeks, really the first month, I'd say, it made me super nauseous, and I was vomiting constantly. And I think that's because I wasn't eating while I was taking it, and I was just, I was still struggling with not eating. So I would just take it, and it made me super nauseous and vomit. And it hasn't done that in weeks, a month. It hasn't happened to me since early May or middle May, I think. So that's been, for the most part, pretty good. I do notice now, though, that if I skip it, so I just did this recently. I made a reminder on my phone to start taking my medication because I take it at night. So I take I don't even know what it is, hold on. So I take 300 milligram tablets every day around 11 p.m. And I forgot what I was talking about, though. I set a reminder to take my medication because I would forget. And I've noticed that when I do forget, then it happens sometimes in a string of days. So let's say I forget on the weekends. It happens a lot on the weekends because it's you're going out with friends. It's you're not structured necessarily to go to bed at a certain time. I'm not going to bed at 11 to get ready tomorrow to go to work. So I might forget, and if I forget 2 days, I can notice my mood will drop significantly, or mostly it happens when I miss 3 or 4 days, which is extremely bad. You should not 3 or 4 days without it. That's just dangerous for your body. But I've definitely skipped 3 or 4 days or 5 days at a time, on accident, not on purpose or anything, not trying to get off of it. But then once I resume it after 48 hours or 2 days of taking it normally again, my mood sort of stabilizes. I'm not sure if that's all in my mind or if that's a factual medical thing. That's how it works. I don't really know, but personally, that's what I've been experiencing. So when I don't take it, it's kind of weird in the sense that I don't feel mania. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm bipolar type 1. I get depressed. So after 3 or 4 days of not taking it, I feel the depression come on. It was sometime 2 weeks ago, I woke up and I was just I haven't felt this in a while, but I don't want to be here. I had no reason why. I had there was no reason for me wanting to quote unquote not want to be here. It wasn't suicide necessarily, but it was I wish I wasn't alive, or I was just thinking about how hard life is all of a sudden and how much everything felt such a task. And I recognized that emotion right away. I was am I feeling quote unquote depressed? And then later on and throughout that day, I was oh, I haven't taken my bipolar meds in a week. Maybe that's why. So that's sort of the downside. Not saying that I want to experience mania, but if you've watched my other video, being addicted to mania, I do miss it a little bit. So guilty pleasure in terms of if I stop taking my medicine, I wish that I would feel that mania side, but I don't, and I don't want to feel any of it. I want to be stable. But for the most part, this has worked. It's been great. I'm looking for a new psychiatrist in Atlanta, which, you know, it's going to take some time, but hopefully I'll find that out soon. For the most part, I haven't had any problems. I'm super skeptical of taking it because I've read just so many reviews online about it being like bad for your body, about it, you know, causing like white blood cell count the fuck up, or like, I don't know. I've just read so many bad things about lithium. And honestly, like, this thing has helped me. Like, my mood has been stable beyond those times that I have not, like, you know, I've skipped a few days. Like, I don't really notice extreme highs or extreme lows. I'm just like living my life, and it's kind of depressing to think about, but I'm also just wondering like how long this will last, how long I can stay on lithium, how long lithium will continue to work. Yeah, that's all going through my mind, but right now obviously it's one day at a time, not really trying to think about that. But for those of you who are wondering, you know, will lithium help you, or is lithium helping me? I'd say yes. It's a miracle drug for me right now, and without it, obviously, I guess maybe, I'm not sure if it's like the chemical imbalance of me stopping it and taking it that makes me depressed, but without it, I guess I'd be going through like a period of depression right now, which would suck because it's summer and I wouldn't want that. So thank you, lithium. And whoever I definitely need to find a psychiatrist. Oh yeah, no, it's not gonna last me the rest of the like month. All right, well, now I know. All right, y'all, peace out, take care, and love y'all.